The Uncharted series has given us many fun adventures with some of the best action set pieces in video game history. These elements are still present in Uncharted 4, but it's not what makes this game memorable. Much like The Last of Us, it's the characters and the interactions that are at the forefront here, making it one of the best story-driven experiences in a video game. A Thief's End sees Nathan Drake after retiring from the treasure hunting business and focusing on having a normal life. Unfortunately, certain events out of his control force him to embark on another globe-trotting adventure, with the aid of his brother, Sam. The story is pretty much our heroes going from point A to point B several times, and gives the whole Princess Peach is in another castle scenario a run for its money. But the characters and dialogue more than make up for this, giving us a fitting and emotionally satisfying ending to Nathan Drake's journey. The game plays like your typical third-person shooter, where platforming and puzzle solving thrown in for good measure. The gunplay and cover mechanics feel incredibly smooth, though I wish the weapons had a bit more weight to them, as you don't really feel the impact when the bullets hit your enemies. Thankfully, the melee combat is a bit more aggressive and provides some cool animations. Platforming is another huge part of the game, as many levels require you to scale across buildings or cliff edges to further your way down the landscape. It works for the most part, though quite a few times I wouldn't be able to move from one ledge to another because I wasn't facing the exact direction the game wanted. The sections you climb blend in nicely with the environments, though some stick out like a sore thumb and it makes it feel like the developers simply copied ledges from other sections of the game. Throughout your adventure, you'll need to solve puzzles to unlock clues, and while there's only a handful, they're all very well implemented, providing a nice challenge that breaks up the pace from the more action-heavy scenes. There's also competitive multiplayer that's fun for a short while, but with only 3 modes and 8 maps in total, you'll see everything it has to offer in only a couple of hours. All the environments and characters are brought to life by the most detailed graphics I've ever seen in a video game. The subtle movement or characters frowning makes you immediately understand what someone is thinking without them having to say anything. The same goes for the environments, which all feel lived in and move accordingly to how Nathan interacts with them, such as the tall grass swaying side to side as you pass through it. There were some technical issues like the odd frame rate drop or characters magically teleporting a few meters, but considering the technical marvel that this game is as a whole, these small problems are easily forgiven. The sound is also great, with footsteps having a distinct difference depending on the terrain, and the bombastic crumble of rubble as buildings collapse around you is enthralling. The music has heavy resemblance to action-adventure films like Indiana Jones and James Bond, and it helps to add to the overall atmosphere. The voice acting is obviously incredible, as it should be, with Nolan North and Troy Baker as the leads. These two have amazing chemistry, but also portray a lot of dramatic heft that makes you care that much more about them. Uncharted 4 is supposedly the last game in the series that will be created by Naughty Dog, and they have certainly gone out with a bang. Everything from the voice acting, to the amazing graphics, to the fun gunplay shows why these developers are at the top of their craft. Some of the gameplay mechanics aren't perfect, and the last few hours feel a little repetitive, but the game as a whole surpasses these small issues. If you want to experience a game that seamlessly blends fun gameplay and a well-crafted story, this is a purchase you won't regret.